It's 11:30 p.m. Jacob gets home from his friend's house when he realizes he forgot his house key. Oh, crap. Both parents are asleep. Front door locked, back door locked. He doesn't want to wake them, so he does what he thinks is smart. He walks around the side of the house and looks up. He sees his bedroom window, and he knows his window is unlocked. So he grabs the gutter, and he prays it doesn't break. And he starts climbing. Little does he know, the neighbor has been watching him this entire time, and she called the police because she thought someone was breaking into this house.
Someone's breaking into my neighbor's house. Help!
So as he's about halfway up, he hears, "Freeze! Get down!"
What? No. I live here.
Likely story. The cop then throws something at him, and he falls down hard onto the ground. All this ruckus has then woken this kid's parents, and they come outside, half asleep.
What's going on?
"That's my dad. I live here." "Sir, do you know this kid?" And the dad, he says, "Never seen him before in my life." What? The police then take this kid cuffed and put him in the car. They're about to bring him to the station. Then the mom comes out. "What? No, that is our son." "Yeah, he's ours. I was trying to scare him." They uncuff him. This kid's covered in dirt. He's obviously shaken up. And the dad says, "Bet you won't forget your keys again, huh?"
You are insane.
That's kind of awesome. The lunch lady from hell. This lunch lady was your classic grumpy old woman. Hairnet, gloves, stained apron, and she seems to hate children. I hate children. She never smiled. She was always in a horrible mood. Well, one day this kid in the lunch line says something to her that makes her flip out. "Next, is this meat even real?" The whole lunch line starts laughing at her. And then another kid goes, "Yeah, is it even real? Also, you're the worst lunch lady ever. Even Mrs. Johnson's rabbits hate you." Now, a little sidebar here. Mrs. Johnson was the art teacher, and she had a cage of like 4 rabbits. They would sit outside her door in the hallway. And the school loved these rabbits. These rabbits were cherished. They were lovely little rabbits. Well, the lunch lady didn't like hearing this. "Quit laughing at me. This is funny to you. You're gonna regret this. Oh, you're gonna regret this." So lunch ends, and later that day, this teacher was walking the hallways when she notices the lunch lady standing by the rabbit cage. Scrap-a-dink-a-dee. What is she doing? She's wearing her rubber gloves. She has a strange bag, and she's putting the rabbits in this bag. 1 rabbit, 2 rabbits, 3 rabbits, 4. Now I'm gonna throw you all on the floor. Okay, she didn't make that little rhyme, but still, she was putting these rabbits in a bag, and she was gonna do something horrible with them. Well, the teacher said, "Hey, put those down!" Security, the lunch lady's taking the rabbits. Security shows up, takes these rabbits, and puts them back in the cage. They then drag her to the office, and they send her home forever. After that day, the rabbits stayed inside Mrs. Johnson's classroom for safety. I wonder what she was gonna do to the rabbits. That's insane. Picture this. First day of high school, a new teacher walks in. Cool-looking guy with the mustache. He starts roll call. "Billy, here. Carl, I have milk in my backpack. Steven, here. You must be the kid that still sleeps in that blue race car bed, huh?" "What?" The kid was confused because he actually did sleep in a blue race car bed. So he started thinking that this guy's a total creep, but he forgot about him. Maybe it was a lucky guess. Well, as days go on, there were more and more things this teacher was saying. "How's Rufus, Steven? Has he still got that stomach infection?" "How did you know that?" This reminds me of when your mom was talking about the cat and when he ate the light bulb. "Hey, Steven, how was that Twinkie last night? I know you snuck one from the cabinet." Was it 2 a.m.? 2 a.m. Twinkie? Kid's absolutely freaked out. The next day he's in class, scared of what he's gonna say today, when all of a sudden, his dad comes out. "Hey, how we doing?" "Johnny." "Steven, we got you." "Yeah, we got you, son." What? Turns out this kid's dad and the new teacher go to the same gym, and one day they got to talking, and the dad's like, "Oh, you're starting at Gilchrist teaching this year, huh?" "Yeah, 5th grade." "Oh, my son's in 5th grade." "Oh, nice. What's his name?" "His name's Steven. He's in your class." "I have a great idea." It was all an elaborate prank. Kid was definitely relieved, but he's not too happy that now all of his classmates know that he still sleeps in a blue race car bed.
Have a good day, sweetie. Don't miss the bus.
"I won't." He waves, he shuts the door, he walks down the street, and he pulls out his phone and he calls the school.
Hi, this is Mr. Thompson. My son's gonna be sick today. Johnny Thompson? Okay, sorry to hear that. I'll mark him down as absent. Have a great day.
He then walks to the local store, buys a bunch of candy, and he hangs out at the park. Meanwhile, his mom and his dad had just finished a morning appointment. "Hey, since we're both off work today, let's go surprise Johnny with some lunch." "That's a great idea. We'll get him some Wendy's and we'll drop it off at the office. We'll have him come down and say hi."
Perfect. They get the Wendy's, they pull into the school parking lot, and they walk into the front office with a brown Wendy's bag and a Frosty. Great parents. Hi, we're here to drop this off for, Johnny, our son, Johnny Thompson. Oh, Johnny's not here today. What? Oh yeah, Mr. Thompson called in this morning. He's sick. I'm Mr. Thompson. No, I did not, and no, he is not. Oh, boy. Now cut to Johnny, their kid, in the park, playing phones on his game and eating candy like he's a frickin' king. His mom calls him, and he doesn't even think at first. Hey, Mom, what's... I know what you did. Oh, man. He then goes home. His parents come home with the cold Wendy's and the melted Frosty. Johnny was grounded, but they still let him eat the Wendy's. It happens.
It's this kid's birth. Normally, his friend group always does something for him at school. Balloons, lunch table celebration, something every year. This year they plan a prank. When Steven comes in today, let's not say a word. We're gonna act like we forgot it's his birthday. Oh yeah. Then at the end of the day, we're gonna surprise him with this cupcake. Everyone agrees. They put the cupcake in this dude's locker, saving it for the end of the day. The birthday kid walks in, smiling. He sees his friends. Hey, what's up, guys? Oh, hey, what's up, Steven? Anyway, I'm gonna head to class. Yeah, me too. All right, see you later, Steven. What? Then lunch comes around. He sits down, and nothing. Did anyone remember what day it is today? Yeah, bro. It's Thursday. By last period, he looks crushed. He thinks everyone forgot it was his birthday. The bell rings, and everyone goes home. But here's the problem. The friend group forgot that they were playing a prank and ended up not surprising him, and therefore they forgot it was his birthday altogether. The giant cupcake they bought is still sitting in this dude's locker. Birthday kid goes home super upset. The next morning, the kid goes to his locker. Oh, crap. And that's when he realized he messed up. Every year, during the week of Halloween, there was costume day. On that day, kids went all out. Witches, zombies, villains, fake blood, the whole 9 yards. Well, on this particular year, there was a new principal. Fully buttoned up shirt, by the book, he never smiled. Attention students, this year, there will be no violent costumes on costume day. That means no witches, no monsters, no villains. So pretty much no Halloween. Just get creative, guys. You'll still have fun. Everybody was mad, but one kid spread this genius idea around the school. And pretty much everything went along with it. So Friday came. It was costume day. And almost every single kid walks into school that day wearing the exact same costume. Khakis, blue button-up shirt, weird wig, glasses, and a name tag that said, Principal Hawthorne. Principal Hawthorne is standing in the hallway watching hundreds of mini-me's walk by him. What is going on? This is disrespectful. This costume is not allowed. No, it's allowed. It's not violent, isn't it? Your rule backfired. I hate my life. This kid was bullied for no reason. His name was Eli. He was a pretty average kid. He played baseball. He wrestled a little bit. He was smart, friendly, and this one kid hated him for no reason. That kid's name was Garrett. He would hide Eli's pencils and school supplies in class, blame him for things, getting him in trouble. He was just relentless. He would call him names all the time. What's up, you frickin' dingleberry? Shut up. One day at lunch, Garrett takes it way too far. He walks up behind Eli and smacks him in the back of the head with a large piece of ham. Everyone around them goes completely quiet. Eli stands up. He's completely silent. He turns around and he grabs Garrett by the shirt. And he slams him right into the ground. Garrett's nose was broken. His jaw was fractured. He had to have his jaw wired shut for 6 weeks. After that day, everybody in school called Garrett the Ferret. Eli was suspended for a few days. Well, the next year, when Garrett was a senior in high school, Eli's little brother was starting as a freshman. And one day, Eli's little brother was getting pushed around by a couple of kids. What up, loser? Leave me alone. You're such a freaking idiot. Stop, leave me alone. Well, out of nowhere, Garrett the Ferret steps in. Hey, don't touch him. And if I ever see you messing with him ever again, you'll wish you were never born. And those kids stopped, and they never messed with Eli's little brother again. Nobody knew if it was guilt, or if Eli got respect from Garrett that day. But Garrett became a really good guy, and that is awesome. They plotted this for weeks. For about 2 weeks, this small group of students would take the lunchroom food and shove it in their backpacks to save for later. Mashed potatoes, hot dogs, milk cartons, pizza, chicken tenders, They would bring it home and put it in the fridge. They're stockpiling cafeteria food. Then, one night, they broke into the school. They snuck into the principal's office, and one by one, they swapped everything out on her desk. But they were swapping her stuff out with the cafeteria food that they had been saving. They took her stapler and replaced it with a scoop of mashed potatoes. Her landline phone they replaced with 5 hot dogs. They filled her coffee mug with shredded chicken, and they replaced all of her pens with straws. All the leftover food they put on her desk chair. The next morning, the principal stared at this all in disbelief. What in God's name happened in here? And it was as easy as checking the security cameras. Those kids were caught almost immediately, but still, that's actually kind of hilarious. It's the end of the semester. Grades are locked except for one final group project. Well, this kid named Brian is already failing the class. Even if he gets an A on this project, he's still done. Nothing matters. Well, his teammates on this group project, he overhears them talking. If I get a B on this project, I pass the class. Same, I can't fail this. The night before the presentation, Ryan's in his room and he's on his laptop. He goes to the Google Docs and the Google presentation and he deletes everything. Yeah. The next morning in class, it's a nightmare. Okay, Kayla, Kyle, and Ryan's group. You're next. I don't know what happened. It's not here anymore? Let me see. It's all blank? What happened? Oh, that's so weird. Well, did you have backups? No, you know how strict I was about this. You all get a 0. My mom's gonna kill me. The group mates and a teacher later found out what happened, and Ryan was suspended and he failed. And the other 2 were able to redo the project and pass. So there's that. One day, randomly, this kid told his teacher, "My grandma died." Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, that night, the teacher emails the mom. "I just wanted to say, I'm thinking of your family. Deborah was such a good woman. May she rest in peace." The mom reads it, and she freezes. Wait, what? Her mother-in-law wasn't dead. She was literally at bingo that night. A few minutes later, a different mom from school calls her. We're all gonna miss her so much. She was such an incredible woman. No, I'm sorry, there must be some sort of confusion. She's not dead. By the end of the night, half of the neighborhood is sending their condolences. Everyone thinks Grandma's gone. This one family even dropped off a casserole. She then confronts her kid. Hi, did you tell everyone that Grandma died? Yes. Why? I don't actually know. The mom then calls her mother-in-law to warn her about this entire situation. Oh, hi, sweetie. B27. Crap. Hey, Deb, so apparently you died today? Oh, well, no one told me. That's good to know. G26. Bingo! This is messed up. So there was this kid named Owen, always polite, quiet, but he was always reminding the class of his peanut allergy. I have a peanut allergy. And the teacher backed him up every time. And guys, remember, no peanuts in class, please. Thank you. But one kid, Tyler, got sick of hearing it. I'm so sick of hearing this. And he swore Owen was faking this entire thing because he wanted attention. So on a random day, Tyler brought candy for everybody. And he made a big show of it. Don't worry, guys, they're regular M&Ms. Totally safe, Owen, I promise. But they weren't. They were peanut M&Ms. He gave one to Owen, and he ate it. Wait a minute. Everybody was laughing, and Tyler was getting ready to prove that Owen was faking it this entire time, but that's not what happened. Nothing's gonna happen, guys. He's been faking this. Oh, Owen. He begins choking, wheezing, and then he falls out of his chair. The teacher called 911, and Owen was taken to the hospital. And Tyler got suspended for weeks. Yeah, that's messed up. So it's midnight on a Friday, and 2 friends, Ryan and Caleb, they sneak out to get Taco Bell. So they grab the car keys off the kitchen counter. We'll bring the car back before anybody notices. Heck yeah, dude, this is so awesome. They get in the car and they take off, windows down, music blasting. They're laughing, having the time of their life, when the car begins to make a little puttering noise. Dude, what's that noise? Oh, it's nothing, bro. Don't even worry about it. But it wasn't nothing. The car begins to slow down, and then it stops completely. Oh, crap, we're out of gas. Dude, are you serious? Yeah, but look, there's a gas station right there. We'll just push the car. We'll be fine.
So they put the car in neutral, put the car's hazards on, and they pushed the car up to this gas station. Oh, we did it. Perfect. Oh crap, I don't have my wallet. Can you put some gas in? Yeah, I don't have my wallet either. What? Do you have Apple Pay? No, they didn't even have any frickin' money. Even if they made it to Taco Bell, they wouldn't have been able to buy anything anyway. That's insane. So they put the car back in neutral and they started pushing. 1 mile, then 2. A cop car passes once. Oh, but it doesn't stop. By the time they rolled it back into the driveway, the sun was beginning to rise. They're drenched in sweat, they're dead silent, and they get inside. Thankfully, everybody is still asleep. Bro. Dude, that was insane. And the crazy part is, I'm still freaking hungry, man. That's crazy.
The legendary substitute. It was last period, 90 minutes long, and this class's teacher was out for 2 days, so a sub came in to cover both. The first thing he said when he came in was this: "All right, students, this class is different. You will decide what we do tomorrow yourselves. Whatever you all agree on unanimously, I will make happen." And the class starts whispering. Wait, like anything? Anything, but every single one of you has to agree on it. So for the next hour and a half, the entire class was working like a group project. They debated, argued, bargained, and by the end, they had a full plan. The first 15 minutes, they wanted music playing and they wanted snacks. Then, a movie of their choice. They chose Shrek 2. And with the movie, they wanted soda and pizza. And not like one slice each. They wanted enough pizza so everyone could get stuffed. And the sub just nodded. All right, tomorrow, it's done. And the next day, the classroom was a frickin' vibe. Pizza boxes stacked high, music, Shrek 2, kids with food comas in every desk. It was the only time the entire class agreed on something, and it was the last time that sub ever taught at that school. Every year, this school had a field day. No classes, just games outside. Tug-of-war, relay races, popsicles at the end. It was everyone's favorite day. Well, this one year, everything started off perfect. Field day starting off perfect. Sunshine, kids in their colors, music blasting. But by lunch, storm clouds roll in. And teachers tried to squeeze in the last of the events before it starts to pour. Okay, one more race and then inside. Then, boom. Thunder cracks. Rain starts pouring, the field turns to mud instantly. Well, the problem? The school locked every single side door because they wanted to funnel all the kids in and out of the main entrance. Well, the issue is the field that they were playing in was behind the school. So now hundreds of kids are slipping, sprinting, covered in mud. I lost my shoe. I can't even see. Where are my glasses? By the time they got back inside, everything was soaked. Mud everywhere. And the school day ended with students washing the mud off themselves in the bathroom and the janitors drying them down with leaf blowers. That's actually hilarious. Christmas break had just started, and this one kid in the neighborhood had a huge yard. His backyard was long, and at the end of it, there was this hill that was pretty big. Well, then it snowed. A lot. So he grabbed the shovel and he went to work. He used the snow to make his hill even bigger. And then he carved out 3 different sledding tracks. Yes. This is gonna be awesome. These tracks had barriers, even jumps. When he was done, he strung Christmas lights around the yard. And he set up speakers blasting holiday music. And pretty soon, all the kids in the neighborhood noticed this. And they all wanted to have some fun. Alright, I'm charging $5 to get in, but that includes a sled, Christmas music, and free hot chocolate. I'm in. And that night, the yard looked like a festival. A line of kids from the neighborhood, cash in hand, everybody in snowsuits, sleds sliding down the hill, and Christmas music blasting. Even the parents were there, all hanging out with each other. This is actually pretty cool. I can't believe the kids did this. I know, right? It was a great night, and eventually everybody went home. But that kid used the money he made that night to buy his entire family Christmas gifts, and that is beautiful. It's 1 a.m. at Ryan's birthday sleepover. I'm Ryan. Pizza boxes everywhere, video games on the TV, and then Ryan falls asleep. Hey, yo, birthday boy fell asleep first. Do we have to mess with him? And so they did. One kid grabs a permanent marker and begins drawing stuff on his face. No. Another kid takes the entire bag of Cheetos and begins dumping it on his chest and putting Cheetos in his pockets. Cheetos here, some Cheetos there, mountain of Cheetos right here, Cheetos in your pocket. Nice. Then one kid takes a raw hot dog out of the fridge and puts it in his ear. Yeah, hot dog. And that's what woke him up. What's going on? Why am I covered in Cheetos? Don't look in the mirror. What do you mean? But the thing is, Ryan didn't see this as some sort of lighthearted prank. He saw red and began freaking the absolute heck out. You guys are dead. He begins throwing stuff all around the basement. Plates are shattering, windows broken. He takes the tiniest kid there, named Jensen. I'm Jensen. Picks him up and throws him at the flat screen TV. Jensen's fine. He's got a couple bruises, but the TV is destroyed, and pretty much so is the entire basement. His parents then wake up, come downstairs to see what's going on, and they freak out as well. They send everybody home, and Ryan was grounded for a month. Hey, look, we got a sub. It was supposed to be an easy day. The regular teacher was out and the sub came in. And sure, a couple kids whispered during the lesson. One kid even tossed a paper airplane. But for the most part, the class wasn't bad at all. Well, the next morning, the regular teacher storms in. So, this is the note the sub left me, and I cannot believe you. Wait, what? The worst class I've ever seen. Total chaos. Students disrespectful, talking over instructions, disobeying, and disrespecting me. What? And the class erupts. Yo, that is not true at all. Yeah, this sub is lying. But the teacher slams the paper on the desk. I will not hear it. Every single one of you needs to have a 5-page paper written and turned in tomorrow on why what you did was wrong. And the class didn't really know what to do because they know they weren't that bad, but the teacher was just going to believe the sub's note. And the sub definitely lied. One of my videos changed this kid's life. I don't know about all that, but it actually inspired him, he said. So he watched one of my stories about one of these businesses that kids ran in their school. And that's when it hit him. You know what? I could run a hustle too. And he did. He started small with gum and stickers. That week he made $90. His next move, he sold Venom energy drinks. And in just 2 weeks, he made $200. And these wins just kept building his confidence. After that, he decided he was gonna step up a lot. He was going to make his own website and sell his own streetwear clothing brand. He called it Hype District, and he actually has a website. If you want to check it out, just Google Hype District Canva, and you can see it for yourself. And my friends, this is what happens when you respect the hustle. Who is the asshole in this situation? This wife and her husband every year celebrate Thanksgiving at his family's house and Christmas at her family's house. They would have everybody be together for the holidays, but recently there's been a bit of tension between the two families. So this is what they do. She's a vegetarian, so at every family dinner she brings her own food, and his family always cracks jokes about it. Another issue she has is that ever since she's had her daughter, they ask her to sit at the kids' table. Well, this year, her family is celebrating Thanksgiving at their lake house about an hour away, so she tells her husband that she and her daughter are going to the lake house this year to celebrate Thanksgiving. Her husband gets upset and says, "What? Why? My mom is making a vegetarian meal just for you this year." And she says, "I'm going to the lake house for Thanksgiving and you can't change my mind." Her husband's mom then calls her and yells at her, saying that she hurt her husband's feelings. And now her husband is saying that he's not celebrating Christmas with her family this year. What do you think? This kid considered himself a genius. I'm a genius. He knew everything about smartphones and how to fix them. So he decided he was going to start a business. He told people that he was running a phone repair service, and he got his first 2 customers. And done. Here's yours, and here's yours. It was easy money, and word spread really fast. Suddenly he had classmates, kids in other grades, and even people from outside of school hitting him up. And then teachers started asking him, "Hey, I heard you run a little service, so my screen's cracked. Can you fix it for me?" Absolutely. Now, prices vary depending on the severity of the damage, but he would charge $30 to fix an older phone. If it was a newer phone, it'd be around $80. And if he had to fix a camera lens or something like that, more serious, it could be up to $200. And he was smart. He didn't stop at just the repairs. He started supplying and selling phone cases as well. I got cheap cases for $10, I have wallet cases for $20, and I have designer cases for $50. Which one is it? And he would of course sell screen protectors. $5 flat, sometimes 12 if you wanted a really good one. He ran the service throughout high school, and over the years he serviced so many phones and he pocketed thousands of dollars. And honestly, That's genius. You gotta respect the hustle.
So there was this one teacher, and he lost his frickin' mind. At this one school, every single spring, there was this thing called Wildlife Week. For one whole week, classes would go outside the school and go into the woods, and they would just explore, learning about wildlife and creatures and stuff like that. It was everyone's favorite week. But this one teacher, older, gray hair, mid-50s, he decided that the kids in his class had to pay a wildlife tax. For this year, kids, you have to pay me if you want to participate in Wildlife Week. The students are sitting there stunned, and one kid was just like, I ain't paying for that, old man. There will be consequences if you don't cooperate. Prove it. Well, that made this teacher incredibly mad, and he snaps. He walks 3 steps towards this kid and just punches him right in the face. The kid's knocked out cold. The teacher's looking around like, oh my God, what did I just do? School security runs in because they heard all the ruckus. They dragged this guy out of the school. He was fired. He went to jail for a little bit. And, yeah, that's it. But, hey, that's crazy.
At this one school, there was a day called the Polar Express Day. It's where the elementary kids would wear their pajamas to school, they would watch Polar Express at the end of the day, and then the buses would take them home. It's everybody's favorite day. Everyone's all cozy, there's snacks. Polar Express is an awesome movie. Well, this one year, during the movie, nobody noticed that the snow was coming down, and it was piling up outside. Alright, kids, movie's over. Let's open the blinds and... Oh. It's snowing! And it was snowing a lot. Well, school's over, and the buses are delayed. It takes about 30 minutes for these buses to show up to the school. Well, this group of kids gets on their bus, but it wasn't their normal bus driver. It was a substitute bus driver. And the problem is, for some reason, this bus driver had no idea where he was going. I think this is the right neighborhood, right? No! Where are you taking us? The bus driver didn't know what to do, so he stopped at a freaking gas station. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna pull over here for a second. There's a man at my window. Hey, kid, want a free animal? What? Then they stop at a random parking lot. One kid has to call his parents so they can give him directions. Mom, we're lost. Talk to the bus driver. Hi. The mom tries to give him directions. It didn't really work that well. So he drives the bus with all the kids in it back to the bus depot. Carl! What? I need you to take these kids home, man. I have no idea what I'm doing. What do you mean? There's still kids in that bus. Help us. So they switch bus drivers, and this bus driver gets them home safely. But by that time, it was around 7 p.m. That's a crazy day. All right, students, dodgeball. 3, 2, 1, go. It was gym class, and the kids were playing dodgeball. So like a major W. Well, this kid, Jay, was playing just like everybody else. 2 groups were lined up on each side of the gym, and the dodgeballs were right on the middle line. 3, 2, 1, go. And they all run for the dodgeballs and then step back. And people begin throwing them. Well, Jay grabbed one and he launched it. But it accidentally smacked this girl in the face. I mean, that's the game, right? Dodgeball. You try to hit people, then they're out. Well, this girl was kind of one of the popular girls. She was also super dramatic. Well, she starts crying. And the gym teacher runs over. Oh my God, are you okay? No, go sit down. Jay, come here. What? Are you kidding me? You're out of line. What do you mean? We're literally playing dodgeball. Office, now. So he goes to the office, and he gets written up. People started whispering that Jay hit a girl. He tried to explain, but nobody cared. No, guys, we were playing dodgeball. That's what we're supposed to do. And he became that kid, and he never played dodgeball again. But guys, that makes no frickin' sense. That's what you do, right? That's dodgeball. I don't know. That's nuts.
এরকম পোশাক পিনদে ঘরে ঢুকে আমার বাবাই পড়ছে তার বাবাই পড়ছে তার বাবার বাবাই পড়ছে
আসলে তো শাহজাহান
আমি আমার নাম কইবার আগে তো তুমি টান দিয়ে আমার গোফটা ছিঁড়ে ফেলাই এটা বাইর করে দাও কোনো সমস্যা নেই কা
হাই হাই তুই এডি খুলে আলাইছস কি করলি এটা তুই
আচ্ছা যা হবার হইছে বুঝছো
সারা দিন যে ধকলটা গেছে গা নিচে ঘুমা
আজ নামনের বাসুর ভাই আপনি
আপনার ঘরে
তুমি তো আমার পিলা চমকাই দিচ্ছ বাবা
কি যে কন্যা আব্বা মাত্র 10 মানে চান লাগো
কিন্তু তুমি তো বিয়ার পর দিনই আইয়া হাজির তো রসনটা একটু চেঞ্জ হইছে আর কি
আব্বা তো মা গো মা আব্বা তো দেখি হেভি পাঙ্খ
নিশ্চয়ই কোনো ভেজাল আছে ওই দেখি কার লগে ফিল্ডিং মারতে
মানে এমন বিলা হবি যাতে সারা জিন্দগি মনে রাখে। তাইলে হইব কি রান্না করণের আগে তার রান্না যেন।
জি আম্মা জান, আপনি কিছু খানদানি রিওয়াজ আমি মানবার পারুম না। আপনার পোলায়
মনে করেন যে ভুল করে একটা মিস্টেক হয়ে গেছে গা, এখন এটা আমার হাতে একটা তলোয়ার দিয়ে দেখেন, তলোয়ার দিয়ে সবাই যদি আতা কাঠের তোতা পাখির ডালিম গাছে মৌ মরতে দিন তো থাপ্পড় কাল মতো গরম গরম করবো আমি পাই।
কিন্তু তোমার হ্যাপি মোমেন্টে না, তুমি যখন ছাকা খায় বেকা হয়ে যাবে গা, তোমার ওই স্যাড মোমেন্টে আমি থাকবো, বুঝো না? আমি তোমার দুঃখের সময় আসবো।
তোমার সঙ্গে আমি প্রেম করেছি, তার মানে এই না যে তোমাকে আমার বিয়ে করতে হবে। আর তাছাড়া আমি তো তোমাকে আগে বলেছি
দোস্ত আই এম ফিলিং সো ডিফারেন্ট ফর হার।
প্রেম যে একটা করছো, আবার আমার হঠাৎ করে জানতে ইচ্ছে করলো তোর হার্ট আসলে কি বলে। তোর হার্ট কি বলে?
খুব তাড়াতাড়ি ও আবার আমার কাছে ফিরে আসবে।
ফিরেন না সাহেব,
টাকা বের কর, টাকা বের কর, টাকা বের কর। তোর টাকা নিতে আসিস না।
তোমার যে বন্ধু যে বছরের পর বছর গলা যে ফাটা লাইছে, এখন গলা ফাটা, তুমি আমার কথা শুনে তো প্র্যাকটিস করলো না।
পৃথিবীটা না পিওর লাভের জায়গা না, ঠিক না?
একদম ভুল।
মানুষ আমি তোকে ভালোবাসি, তুই না যে হার্টের কথা শোনা বন্ধ করছিস, বুঝছিস? ব্রেনের কথা শোনা শুরু করছিস। চিনো কেউ?
চিনো না মানে? আমি চিনি না, সরি সরি, চিনি না, চিনি না, সরি সরি।
আমি তোকে ভালোবাসি।
আমরা কি খুঁজি জানো? আমরা খুঁজি পিওর লাভ, কিন্তু আমরা পিওর
হ্যাঁ থাকবো তো, কিন্তু তোমার হ্যাপি মোমেন্টে না, তুমি যখন ছাকা খায় বেকা হয়ে যাবে গা, তোমার ওই স্যাড মোমেন্ট।
বিছানা লাগা।
খারাপ না হয় এটা মনে রেখা মন দিয়ে রান্না করবো।
আমার লগে মস্কারি চলতেছে এখানে।
একদম চুপ, একটা চাকা দিয়ে
বৌমা কি কইতেছো?
কুচি কুচি করে না কাইটা ফেলাইছি আব্বা। আমার তো মনে করে যখন ডর দেখাইতে আমি দেখেন আপনি কি করি। ঘরে আইলাম না, এখন দেন না আসমানে ঠাড়াল্লাহান একেবারে কাঁপায়া দিমু।
আচ্ছা আপনার
তুমি রাগ করো না।
রাখতে তুমি করবা, খাড়া চায়া দেও।
আমি তো ভাবছি ডাকাত পড়ছে নি।
এই শাহজাহানগর বাড়িতে ডাকাত আইবো এমন কোন মায়ালাল পয়দা হয়েছে নি? দাদায় পড়ছে, তার দাদায় পড়ছে, এবার আমার পালা, আমি পড়ছি।
আরে রাখো তোমার খানদানি রেওয়াজ।
যা করছি ভালো করছি, তোমরা তোমাকে রীতি রেওয়াজ করছো, ভালো করছো, আমি পারুম না। তুমি আমার স্ত্রী, আমি তোমার স্বামী, তুমি আমার পার্টি পাইতে দিবা।
আমাকে খানদানে মাইয়ারা স্বামীর পার্টি পে না।
ইউজ করেন দেখি, রুচি আছে আপনার।
আরে রুচি থাকবো না, আমরা খানদান। খবরদার একদম উল্টা পাল্টা কথা কইবা না, কইয়া দিচ্ছি।
আমি কইলাম তোমার মাথা একের বাড়ি মাইরা ফাড়ায় ফেলামু।